Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Bama Standard, and right now I want you to stop what you're doing, and I want you to hit that like button and subscribe. And also, after the show, go to all our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and whatever you can find the Bama Standard on. I want you to hit subscribe. We can also provide you with past episodes on the Justin Riley Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Justin Riley. With me, as always, is a senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine and the man who keeps Paul Feinbaum informed and employed, Stephen M. Smith. And Marvin Constant, Malibu Marvin Constant, is going to be on vacation for the rest of the month and in July as well. So we had to get an upgrade, and we had to get a man with better knees. So who else better to do that than two-time national champion, one of the hardest-hitting sons of guns I ever met, Mr. Trey DePriest. What up?
What up?
TD!
And as always, we are brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners. And if you would like to provide a sponsorship, go ahead and donate through the chat. We would definitely appreciate that. But man, guys, we got some things to talk about. First and foremost, our former Alabama guys are getting some upgrades in their work environment. I'll go ahead and start with the most notable. Trey, your boy, Nico Johnson, just got promoted to the Texas Longhorns, man. Couldn't be more excited for him. He's been putting in his time for, Louisiana Raging Cajuns, yeah. And now he's going over to Austin. Apparently, they have found out the formula and decided to hire an all-Alabama staff, and they're trying to get some of our players. But first thing off the top of your head, Trey, man, what do you think about Nico getting this upgrade?
Oh man, that's exciting, man. The blessing. Happy for him. That's obviously moving up in the ranks, like you said, and I just hope he keeps going. But I mean, when they playing our boys, man, yeah, man. But that's dope, man, and I'm super proud of him and him and his family, and I just hope he keeps it going. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. But, man, what did you see in him as you were playing with him on the field, man, that led you believe this guy was going to also do it as a coach?
Man, Nico was passionate about the game for sure. He really took it serious. He was a film watcher. He tried to learn everybody's job to see, to make sure he understood what was going on. And I feel like that's what it takes as a coach. I mean, if you know what everybody's doing, it's gonna make it easy for you. So he already tried to do that at Alabama. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen M. Smith, give me your quick thoughts, man. I know you're excited. You already talked about it last night on your show, man. But go ahead and let the world know, man, your thoughts on Nico.
Man, I'm proud of him, man, because as Trey mentioned, I mean, he was never a problem at Alabama. Never a problem. The guy did the right things. He prepared right. He studied right. He loved the game, and he just played with such a zeal about himself, and a three-time national champion at that linebacker position. And for him to, because I talked to him yesterday, for him to be reunited with Bo Davis, that's a big deal. I mean, Bo Davis spent a lot of time with Nico, spent a lot of time with that whole defensive line down there in Tuscaloosa during his time here. So for Nico to be a graduate assistant for defensive lineman and to get paired up with somebody that he was really influenced by in Bo Davis, that's going to be something interesting on September 10th between Alabama and Texas. Now, of course, as Trey mentioned, I'll be covering the Crimson Tide that day, but I may walk over and shake Nico's hand at the end.
Man, it's going to be 110 degrees out there on that field, man. You better get you one of those little kiddie pools to put in the press box.
I don't understand why they got to make this an 11 o'clock in the morning game.
Man, nobody wants to watch it at 11 o'clock. That's a marquee matchup. Still understand that. But by all means, put it in the slot nobody wants to watch. But, yeah, that's not all. Rudy Griffin also. Guys, if y'all remember, man, the walk-on turned starter, inspirational player back in the Shula years, just got a promotion to Northern Arizona as the defensive line coach. Very excited. He said he got the call out of nowhere, which is crazy. He literally just took a job as a defensive line coach over in Atlanta for a local high school there, actually a pretty good high school. And it seems like every time I turn around, the man is being given a new coaching position. So that kind of says something about how good he is. Also, if y'all missed it last month, Kevin Norwood got a position at Ole Miss, man. So hopefully, come late fall next year, he'll have to calm it down just a little bit when they come to Tuscaloosa because we can't have him acting up against us.
I mean, I'm just proud of all of these guys, Justin and Trey. I mean, for Rudy, I mean, coming up through the high school ranks with programs like Hillcrest, not Hillcrest, but schools like Hewitt-Trussville and Westlake High School and Bessemer City High School. Like, he came through a lot of high school programs, and now to be at Northern Arizona, big deal for Rudy. He loves the game. He wants to impact young men, and this is huge for him. And then Kevin Norwood. My main thing is Lane Kiffin. Don't you get too happy over there now, Kiffin. Don't do it. I mean, I know you got the most underrated clutch wide receiver in Alabama football history, the Saban era, on your staff. But Kiffin, don't you get too happy over there.
Good man. Don't do us like that, man.
Not at all. Man, I texted him a couple of weeks ago. I said, man, I'm going to need you to sit down some of those starters when you come to Tuscaloosa. He's like, nah, man, I can't do that.
Hey, Kevin, play all the walk-ons, bro.
But, yeah, no, excited, man. It just shows you what we're building over at Alabama, man. It's not just Nick Saban coaching tree. It's the player tree who's becoming coaches, man. So a great testament of the legacy Coach Saban is building. But – well, tonight we actually have two guests for you, one of which most of you guys know about due to the promo. Another decided, he wanted to have a little bit of fun, but he's going to be much later in the program. The first guest we're going to have is going to be jumping on about 3 to 5 minutes, and he is Tim Hamm. He is the Sports Illustrated writer for the Texas A&M Aggies. Also covers multiple teams other than the Aggies, but we thought it'd be fun to have him come on tonight and give the Aggie perspective of things with the ever-growing soap opera that's been going on between Coach Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. I'm not sure if it's more on our side than it is A&M. The way I see it is Coach Saban's probably just shook all this off and is just ready to get back to work.
I'm telling you, man, A&M is still hot, man. A&M is still hot. Like, the fact that you go to Commissioner Sankey in the SEC office and you're like, can we just suspend and fine Nick Saban for his comments? Mind you, it was Jimbo Fisher that used some very attacking words to Coach Saban, but we're not seeing Coach Saban go to Commissioner Sankey and say, fine Jimbo Fisher. No. A&M's like, hey, he's tearing down the great integrity of our program. He's tearing down the great integrity of Aggie Land. Get him, Nick Greg Sankey, get him. I'm like, what are y'all doing? This is hysterical. What are y'all doing?
They're trying to get TV ratings, man. They're trying to promote it like a WWE pay-per-view, and come October 8th, it's going to be wild.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. Coach Saban just ready to put it behind him, man, and chalk it up to locker room material. Something to post on them lockers to get them boys motivated, and in the weight room get them motivated, and I think that's most likely where Coach Saban left it at, man.
But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, is this really a revenge game like they want us to believe it is? When I think about revenge games, I thought about the couple of years after we lost to Ole Miss two games in a row. We went on a tear and got revenge against them. I think about 2020 after Ed Ogeron ran his mouth in the locker room in 2019. We came back and spanked LSU in Baton Rouge. When I look at this, I just see it more so as a talking point on Jimbo's side. Like you said, Trey, it's already gone. It's off Saban's docket. Is this something he's really putting on the bulletin board?
You talking about Coach Saban?
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's more, just because it's been talked about so much and it's probably got the boys fired up. So why not put it on in the locker room and in the weight room so they can see that and get them fired up. So when it comes time, it's going to be on the floor.
Now, if I think about revenge games when it comes to Texas A&M, I can legitimately say the games that you played against A&M were that.
Right.
Because of what happened against Manziel, which I'm still salty.
Man, Justin, don't ever bring up Manziel again, okay? This is why you never bring up Manziel to me, okay? I was at that game in 2012. I was there.
Me too.
And I know you were there too, Trey. A good friend of mine was supposed to have been there because he's at every single game, sitting in the middle row of the student section. Like he's always getting up on TV. He wears the same outfit to the game. And this particular game, my boy was running late. His stuff was in the washer and dryer. He couldn't find his favorite hat. He didn't make the game. And we get beat by Manziel. And so my homeboy calls and says, Steven, it's my fault. Well, what you mean it's your fault? I wasn't at the game in my seat. If I would have been at the game in my seat, we would have beat A&M and Manziel. I wasn't there. The team needed me and I failed. I'm like, bruh, just calm down, bruh. How can I calm down? I failed, bruh. Just calm yourself down.
But listen, I want to go ahead and bring up, that was a bad memory against Manziel. But, man, Trey, 2014, yeah, y'all brought it.
That was a beatdown. That was a beatdown. Ooh, that was a beatdown.
What went into that, man, because that was an absolute slaughter. Loved every minute of it. And they couldn't do a thing.
What was their quarterback's name? The big light skinned fella.
Kenny Hill.
Kenny. What was it? Like, what did they call him? What was his nickname?
Kenny Trill. Kenny Trill Hill.
Man, in the beginning of the year, he was lighting it up, and that was just a big focus point. And they spread it out, so they're gonna throw the ball, and that was just beat into us that week. Like, man, we got to, and you just get tired of it as a player too. Like, man, I'm tired of hearing it from these coaches. Let's get it right. And everybody came together and really went out there and got it right on all sides of the ball, special teams, offense, defense. We was all clicking, and you see the outcome of that when that happens. So
59-0.
Yeah. Man, Ray Lewis used to say, be pissed off for greatness. And when I looked at Blake Sims in that game, that's exactly what I saw. I mean, that dude, I don't know what got him fired up, but, man, we saw a lot of it, and he didn't stop.
Yeah, he had a point to prove, man. Maybe because they was giving old Kenny all that hype, man, but he had a point to prove, and he definitely proved it.
Now, I was proud of Reggie Ragland in that game. Like, Reg had a pick in that game. Reg laid somebody out. I'm like, what done got into Reg?
Yep.
Yep. I think a lot of it had to do with the general consistency across America that as soon as Ole Miss beat us, they thought we were done, dead and buried, and they gave up on us. I don't know what it was like for you guys, Trey, but was that going through the locker room at all, that chip on your shoulder, because everybody essentially just went ahead and wrote us off?
I was just about to get to that. Like, yeah, that was another thing too. Like, every week we lost, and everybody pretty much was like, "Oh, we're done," and this, that, and the third. And like you said, it was just locker room material, and that's what you're looking at all week. And every time you go work out, that it's on the walls, it's on the racks and where the weights is at, and you're just seeing this everywhere. And it really is frustrating because it's like, damn, man, like we don't want all these games, and and it's just one game. But yeah, so that had us definitely fired up as well, for sure.
You know how bad it was for me being over here in Mississippi for 2 years and during all that? You see, the thing about Ole Miss fans is, they don't let stuff go. A lot of people always talk about how Alabama fans are living in the past. Man, listen, Ole Miss will hang on to that like they won a national championship. But the funny thing about Ole Miss is they will rise up and do something like that, but then they'll drop a game against a team like Memphis or somebody they had no business losing to, and they tank the rest of the season. But every time you bring that up, the first thing they go to is, we beat y'all. Well, actually, at Alabama, we try to win all of our games, not just one.
Right. And I don't see how we living in the past, and we have recent championships.
I'm just still, because my mind always goes back to that 2014 game against Ole Miss, and I got lost going to the Grove. Like, I got lost, and so I remember I turned and looked around, and there was Katy Perry making the guest pick, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, how we got Katy Perry in here? Like, she was holding up a corn dog or something like that, and then she switched to like the Ole Miss helmet. I'm like, this chick is weird. And so then I walk inside the stadium, this little high school stadium with like this artificial turf, and Bo Wallace couldn't keep his hair out of his face. I mean, that got on my nerves.
Man, how in the world did you let Bo? I ain't gonna speak on it.
And but here's the messed up part though. And all of that, I was still thinking, just Cody Dirty Pruitt hurt Kenyon Drake. Oh, Cody Dirty Pruitt stepped on Drake. Oh.
James Knox brings up Ole Miss paid a pretty pre-NIL penalty for them 2 wins.
Oh, they did. They did. Yeah. That's why Hugh Freeze is no longer there.
We just got word, guys. Our first guest, Tim Hamm, will not be able to make it. He is actually in the emergency room with one of his kids, had an accident on the bike. So, yeah, not able to make it. So you're going to have us for a little bit longer. Other guest is actually on his way home. He's trying to speed in so that he can join us. But in the meantime, you got us. Stephen, one of the things I wanted to bring up, we talked a little bit before we came on air, was Arch Manning, the ongoing saga. Everybody's following him around like LeBron James back when he was making his tour, trying to figure out what team he wanted to play for before finally selling, for the Miami Heat. What I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's come to Alabama. If he was legitimately going to commit to Alabama, then why did we get Ty Simpson? Why did we get Eli Hosteen? And then who was Rami, the name of the other kid who just committed, who flipped from Texas A&M?
Well, that is Eli Hosteen, that flip. But we're looking possibly at Dylan Larnigan, the kid from Georgia.
Right. So if he was a legitimate option, then why are we spending time investing in these other kids and giving scholarships out? I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think that a lot of people are just enamored with the Manning name, and that doesn't necessarily translate into greatness. So I'm ready for this to be over with. And to be honest with you, I think that his landing spot is going to be Ole Miss or possibly Texas A&M. And sorry, Georgia fans, if you're watching, he's not coming there because your coach does not believe in developing quarterbacks.
I'm going to just say this about Manning. It'll be cool to have Arch, don't get me wrong. But I look at this when it comes down to recruiting. And Trey, I think you may feel the same way about this. It's, when you're a recruit, in the mind of a fan, it's, what do you do that changes my perception of how I think and feel and go about my life as an Alabama fan? What do you bring that does that? And I always go back to, when Julio Jones came in 2008, we needed Julio. We never seen anything like Julio before. 6'4", 215 pounds plus, looked like Megatron, could run like a deer and could jump, could elevate, and we needed that guy to change the course of recruiting. So that was important. Derrick Henry, we never seen a guy 6'3", 230-something pounds that could run like that and that strong and that fast. We never saw anything like that. So, and then the same
like
thing
Steve Brown, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, like Steve Brown. We never saw anybody that could run in Stacey Adams like that. I mean, Steve Brown brought something different, changed our mind about everything.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm sorry I'm late, man. I just got back from Tuscaloosa talking to the coaches about giving them advice to go ahead and pass on Arch Manning. I'm sick of that and get somebody else. That's where I was. So I'm sorry I'm late. So yeah.
No, that's understandable because
So Steve, what was the response from the coaches after you told them that?
Hey, they was like, it's about damn time. Let's move on. Roll Tide. Damn time. We sick of him and his big head daddy. We sick of all of them. Let them go to Ole Miss. Don't relive their legacy. Go ahead. Do what you do. Do what you do.
Right.
But yeah, Steve, as we know, Malibu Marvin is on vacation for the rest of this month. I think next month. So we had to do something, and we had to get a guy with better knees and a better hitter, and here he is.
What up, Trey? What's going on, man?
Steve.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
You too, bro.
But listen, our first guest, Tim Hamm, Steve, like I was telling folks earlier, he had a kid. One of his kids had to go to the emergency room, so he couldn't join us. But we have another guy who's going to be coming on about 5 minutes. But in the meantime, what are your thoughts on the latest chatter about Texas A&M turning in Nick Saban and wanting him to get fined and possibly suspended because he was just so mean.
Oh, well, you know what, man? Let me tell you something, man. So they want Coach Saban to get suspended for 2 games, right? That's the Utah game and the Texas game, right?
Right.
You know, it really doesn't matter because honestly, we would love to see him on the sideline, but at the same time, you know, that is going to make those kids even prepare harder. And that's just what it is. Alabama has a system. They're a fine oil machine like none other. And the thing is, what Texas A&M is trying to do is be they're trying to be what's that word?
Petty.
Petty, and they're really trying to mess Bama up. So if Bama lose, is a possibility they'll win the West. So let's suspend the coach and do all this. So it's a thing of dirty competition. They're mad because they got exposed, and that's just what it is. That's why I really got that game with Texas A&M circled, square, dug in the dirt, because I'm telling you, I really believe Alabama's going to put it on them really bad. I mean, real bad.
I think it's an act of desperation because I think within their hearts they know that ass whooping's coming.
It's coming. I mean, and it's coming, and I think it's coming in the worst way. The worst way. I really believe that.
Well, we're about to find out because they are certainly promoting it like it's a WWE event.
Oh, yes, sir. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, I don't even think at this point, I don't even think that they're going to have any chatter before the game. You know how the coaches talk before the game? I don't think there's going to be any handshakes after the game. You know, I don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of that. You know what I'm saying? And if it is a handshake, I'm going to go down on the field and slap somebody so both teams can fight. Somebody going to fight. That's why I'm watching the game. Somebody, if they ain't going to fight, I'm going to fight somebody. Now I'm going to lose. I already know I'm going to lose. I'm going to fight somebody. I'm going to get to fight with somebody now. That's just what it is. You know, you just not going to, you know, because, I mean, it was just very, very disrespectful what Jimbo did. Now, honestly, I understand what Coach Saban was doing, but here we are with the cell phones and social media, because from what I understand, that was supposed to be a private conversation.
Yeah, it was.
Him and the boosters. But guess what some jackass did? They put it out in the media, and there it is.
Right, and everybody, the media knows that everyone is banking off of a hot take. They're going to be operating off of emotions. And the majority of people who were complaining about what Coach Saban said hadn't even watched that meeting at all. They didn't really dissect. If you actually listen to him word for word, he wasn't accusing anybody of anything. There was nothing malicious about it.
Man, listen, you got to understand something too. We all got to understand something. When you are labeled as the GOAT, when you're the high man on the totem pole, somebody's going to look for something negative about you. Like, for instance, they came out with this thing about this girl from the Real Housewives of Atlanta claiming she had an affair with LeBron James and all, you know, just all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And she did not have an affair with him. It was with me. But the thing is,
yes, it was actually on the Moon Week's Renter of the Month Club. It's on the bulletin board if you walk in there.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Texas A&M is giving Alabama so much bulletin board material. It is crazy.
Well, Steve, I was asking Trey and Stephen M. earlier, is this really a game that they're really you could consider to be a revenge game? Because I think in Saban's mind, it's done, it's over with. It's not like the LSU game of 2020. It's not like, you know, those games we lost against Ole Miss, coming back and beating their ass 3 years in a row. To me, this is just a bunch of chatter that probably in Nick's mind is squashed. But I don't know, man. What do you think?
No, it's squashed until game week, because I'm telling you, the media is going to rehash that junk all over again like it just happened. You're going to see all types of highlights, clips, all that. And then somebody in the media is probably going to try to instigate it and throw fire on it. I mean, because you got to understand something. Everybody loves a story. And whether it's good or bad, the media wants us talking. So, and honestly, that game can probably be built up bigger than the national championship game. They'd be like, yeah, we're back in the national championship game. But what about the fallout with Texas A&M and Bama? I'm telling you. So it's going to be a lot of money made on this game too. A lot of money.
Well, we got a little comment from the audience about our missing counterpart, Marvin Constant. Derek Long says, I don't like Marvin Constant. He's too cocky and full of himself. So he can stay on vacation for as long as I care.
What? Who said
what?
that?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Hold on. You know what? Hey, hold on. Read that comment again. Read that comment. What he say? He said, I don't like Marvin Constant. He too cocky and full of himself, so he can stay on vacation as long as I care. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what happened.
I think his book's on back order. That's why he said that.
Derek, and you tell me if you tell me if I'm lying, Derek. I know you might be mad a little bit, but you never should have bought Marvin's book. And what happened was you came in and caught your girl looking at Marvin half naked. Now you're mad. You shouldn't have bought the book. You shouldn't have bought the damn book. You should have bought a book of me. Then she was like, "Ha, don't look like that." But no, you bought Marvin, oily ass Marvin, and this what you got. Now you mad.
Should have signed the waiver. Would have avoided all this.
Yes. So come on, man. Marvin is a good guy. Marvin. So anytime listen, let me tell you something, Derek. We want you to be a part of our family, but this is family. So I'm not gonna sit here and let you say what you're saying about Marvin. Marvin is a good dude. He's a family man. And if you got to know Marvin, those words wouldn't come out of your mouth because they'll come out of mine. You're right. Let his ass stay where he is. Derek, I think you misread Marvin. Marvin is a good dude. Marvin's a good dude.
Kenneth Sawyer says the truth scared A&M. That's why they can't let it go. Absolutely. I think they're scared out of their minds as to what's about to happen to them.
Yeah, I believe that too, man.
You got a fan here, Ephraim Davis. Wow, went to high school with Steve Brown back then, and glad to see he's doing well.
Well, you know what? I am doing well because, I should be doing well. I was in the 12th grade 3 times. So, yes, I'm doing well.
So you got your doctorate from Central?
Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good.
So if you got any stories, Ephraim, we'd love to post it here on the screen. So, man, go ahead and start filtering those through. We appreciate that. Hey,
man, Marvin's a good dude, man. But definitely, man, I'm looking forward to this Texas game too, man. I'm looking forward to this Texas game. Everybody's coming up with these stats. Well, Alabama never beat Texas on some network, and Texas beat them or whatever, and this and that. And I'm like, dude, that game.
And if they would have had Colt McCoy, they would have won too, right?
Yeah. Oh man, that one
sound good.
That would never get old, man.
Hey man, you know what? I found I was in Houston, Texas, as a matter of fact, doing the show, and I always bring up Bama, and they're like, oh, forget Bama. And I said this, and apparently they heard it before. I said, everybody always talks about how they want Bama until they see Bama.
No, absolutely.
Y'all always talking about, man, Bama ain't this bad, but you don't want to see Bama. So, and besides, this guy was like, well, y'all don't have a pro team. We got the Houston Texans. Yeah, but your ex-quarterback about to go to jail because he can't keep his man in. So, yeah.
But by all means.
Yeah, man, I talked to Deshaun Watson, as a matter of fact. I did, man. And I told him from this point on, no more massages for you. Don't take another massage. As a matter of fact, don't even take nothing close to a massage. Don't even take a message. Don't take nothing. Take nothing.
Just leave your bottom half at home. Don't go anywhere.
No, leave it in the car. I told him to leave his penis under the seat like a pistol. Don't do that.
Like a pistol.
Don't even balls in the back seat.
I know, man. Yeah, if you got to pee down your pants leg. We'll understand.
But yet the Cleveland Browns decide to sell their soul to get him because they want to win a championship right now. And you see why Miami never moved on that. As much chatter from the Dolphins fans is coming out about they won't get rid of Tua, bring in Deshaun. You see why? But Tua's about to do his thing, though.
Well, you know what, man? I think from what I'm hearing about Tua, I'm hearing that he is really coming along. I'm hearing that he's really doing, coming along, and I think this is going to be a breakout season for him. So, because you got to understand something, a lot of guys that go straight to the NFL, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do good right off. So Tua probably has, some rough points, and he had to learn everything. And then now he got Jalen Waddle and the other guy coming in. I mean, I think it's going. And then they had to move some pieces on the offensive line, so I think he's going to be good, man. I really think I'm excited for him.
I think the biggest thing, Steve, for Tua is he got a coach that believe in him. To get Mike McDaniel in here, and
Right.
Mike McDaniel from day one has said, "We making this about you," and he did. And he didn't just say it; like he addressed this with moves he made in free agency, with moves he made in the NFL draft. I mean, look at the coaches he's hired to help Tua. He brought in a dude that worked with Russell Wilson and Matt Stafford right here to help Tua. So Tua's going to have a monster season.
Hold up, did the coach work with who? Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and Matthew Stafford.
Then you now you know what Wilson? No, okay, never mind. I'm thinking about what I'm thinking when you said Russell. Guess what I was thinking about? Jamarcus Russell. I'm like,
Oh Lord. And he's trying to become relevant again, Steve. He's got a little book on tape or something like that. Talking about we never knew who he really was. Well, he never knew the playbook either.
I thought his first book was called How I Got High. But look,
and we know he wasn't talking about his passes either.
Oh no, Marcus just didn't know that playbook, man. He didn't know that playbook, but it's all good. It's hey, it is what it is, man. I'm excited. How many more days we got until the season start? 10? How many? What?
81.
81.
I'm pushing it on along. I know what I did. I tore a whole month out of my calendar. So yeah. So I'm just trying. I'm trying to get to it, man. Trying to get to it.
Absolutely, I'm right there with you. But
So do y'all think that the SEC commissioner is going to try to punish Coach Saban?
No, he's already said that he's not. There's no reason for it. He doesn't see any reason behind having to go to that kind of decision. And then the way he looks at it is it's swept under the rug. No big deal.
One thing I gotta give Sankey. Sankey know who run the conference. Sankey know.
That's what I was going to get at, but saying that, yeah.
Hey man, it's like man, you get rid of Bama, you throwing all the money out the window.
Yeah, you can't get rid of your cash cow. What you gonna do then? Because who else is going to be that for the SEC right now?
Well, why the hell y'all keep trying to get rid of me? Look, hey man, look, hey fans, the reason I came on late because Justin wouldn't give me the passcode. Yes, that's why I'm
That's because you can't read.
They don't want me on here.
Well,
Hey, so question. So this is a question I got. So
all right.
when Oklahoma and Texas joins the conference, is Bama still going to be in the West, or are they moving to the East?
Okay, so that's actually a really interesting conversation because I've been hearing they may do away with divisions, or they may have it as a pod system where you may have the SEC North, South, East, and West, which that's weird. Mm-hmm. They may do like the NFL, where the NFL has 4 divisions. They may have the SEC as 4 divisions.
How does that work? How does that really play out?
I'm trying to figure this out myself.
So I have that's different. How would the championship go?
Just give it to Bama.
Yeah,
nah. What they want to do is they want to eliminate divisions and do what the Big 12 does. Have everybody play everybody, and then the 2 best.
They want to do what the Big 12 does? You mean be overhyped and undelivered?
Right. No.
I mean, well, yeah.
Brandon Lewis.
So Brandon Lewis said, "Should you move Auburn and Bama to the East?" Well, if you did that, well, Auburn isn't really a factor. But if you move Alabama over to the east with Georgia and all that, we wouldn't even have a West. I mean, who would come out of the West? DeVry? Come on, man.
ITT Tech for the win.
I know.
Stillman College for a championship.
I know. Bishop Sycamore.
That's why Lincoln Riley hightailed it out of Oklahoma and went to USC. He knew what was coming. He wasn't ready for this.
I heard he been talking smack, though. So
yeah, he can talk smack all the way on the West Coast, but knowing that he doesn't have to ultimately face what's the butt whooping that would ensue.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Hey, man, he ran as far as he could run, and then now he's talking smack about the SEC. But it is what it is. I'm just like I said, man. I'm waiting. I can't wait till football season come, man, so I can sneak in these games. Trey, you ever snuck in the game before? Telling you, man, ain't nothing like it. And every time I get caught, I fake a seizure. And they just drag me on in. Try it. Hey man, you gotta do it. I put an Alka-Seltzer in my mouth, the foam, everything. And they just drag me on in.
They're gonna take you into one of them cool rooms and you get all the snacks. Just try that one next time.
Oh yeah.
Try that.
maybe if I do it really good, they might take me to one of the tents on the sideline with the players.
Yeah, you might have to go see Mr. Jeff, man. They might have to take you to
Hey, I'd be down in the tent. I done had an asthma attack. Somebody tape me up. Take me up.
Nick Saban Jr. says that Bishop Sycamore is recruiting him, and he told them he was 33, and they said, "We know."
We know it.
So Trey, I gotta ask you, man.
They wanted him to play baseball.
They wanted to play baseball. Give me some good one-liners from some of your coaches, man. I know you got some good ones that stand out. Who's the coach that just was always in the forefront?
Man, probably B-Dub, man. Bobby Williams, man. That was my dog, and he was even him ripping you was, I don't know, it was just funny, man. Like you still felt it. Don't let me do him like that, but it was just, to me, I don't know, it was just comedy, man. B-Dub always, yeah, he was that guy, man.
I hear you. Now, I heard that you could do a good Coach TJ impression, man. Can we get a little bit of that? I mean, the man just retired. I figure we should do a little bit of a tribute to him, since the man just put in 33 years of work. And he's going to be on the show at some point in the next few weeks. But I feel like we can have him here right now if you got that on ready.
Hey, man, I love Coach TJ, man. He had me doing some push-ups, man, and that was like the hardest. I've never done push-ups that hard before. I mean, I got probably 3 push-ups. The way he did it, he sat on my back, right? And I was like, so.
But yeah, man, he was that dude, the living legend, the icon who really kept that program going for so many years, especially back in the 2000s when things weren't what they are right now. So, man, yeah, gotta give that man his props. I don't know what they're going to do without him.
I agree 100%, and that's speaking from personal experience, man. He's one of the reasons I got through at Alabama, man. For real. He's inspirational. He gonna work your ass off, and yeah, he's just all around good guy, man.
Yeah, man. He come from the whole family is great. His nephew was one of the reasons I got through at Alabama because he used to work at the ticket gate.
Here we go.
Let me I'm just, hey man, listen, y'all.
No, man, you tell your story, man. Tell your story, Steve.
Y'all be judging. Y'all be judging me, man. Don't worry about it.
No judgment here, man. We just want you to tell your story, your truth.
Well,
we're an open place for.
I got through, man. I got through several times. Several times I didn't, but a lot of times I did. So A shout out to the Jones family. Yeah, Jones. Love Coach Jones. He gonna be.
And from the audience, I am tired of hearing people calling the SEC East weak. I would love to have Bama and Auburn in the SEC East or the SEC least. Yeah, they might actually be a legitimate division there if they were to actually have Alabama. Auburn, not so much, but yeah, they definitely bring a little bit more to the table.
Man, if Alabama and Auburn went to the same division, that wouldn't be fair to the fans because we want to see them playing each other for, let's say, not only the Iron Bowl. We want to see each. I want the game to count. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, okay, we got to beat this guy in the Eastern Division or whatever this and that. But they're in the same division. It's like, no, because then they probably won't even get a chance to play each other. Then again, the Iron Bowl will never cancel itself out. I don't think people ever cancel that. That's the one. One day in Alabama, where all white folks get to fighting and we get to watch.
And nobody breaks it up.
Nobody breaks it up.
they just let it happen.
It ain't nothing like an hour-long white boy fight. It ain't nothing like not one punch thrown. Everybody just tussling. I love it.
I'm the Last Ape says Georgia thinks that they are the juggernauts now. It's amazing that they get one little title and all of a sudden they got a dynasty.
Hey, hold on. Which one of y'all got a wolf? I hit a wolf. Trey, you don't put that damn timber wolf up.
Shut up.
No,
wow.
Look at this. Hey, only on the Bama standard where you can see an ex-Bama player get eaten alive. Keep watching, people.
Yeah, that's for the premium members. Okay.
The premium members.
Dude, Trey, is that shirt the Golden Girls?
Yeah, man.
Oh, hell no. Wait a minute, my Trey.
Savage, classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah, man.
I hear you, man. I didn't know that Sophia was your motivation each day.
Hey, whoa. I just noticed something. Trey, tilt the camera up to your ceiling fan. Because before you do that, every ex-Bama player that was a good player, every time we interviewed them and we saw their ceiling fan, it was awful. So let's look at your ceiling fan. Let me see.
What about it?
Let me see. See, it got one blade on it. It's just going real fast. that big ass wolf jumped up there and tore the blades down.
Yeah. Right.
Is that all the A Club could provide for you?
Hey, man. Hey.
Oh, they have.
Man.
I must not have did nothing down there.
We're going to have to talk to BJ Stabler about that, man. We're going to have to do something.
I mean, for real.
Blades missing.
So looking at the schedule, guys, what team stands out to you that could actually be a legitimate threat to Alabama?
Utah State.
Hey, they're not too bad. They actually finished 10-2 last year.
Whatever. I honestly, man, I don't see anyone. I mean, now you know what? Auburn's probably gonna play us tough. We don't know what Auburn has, but you know, just for respect, they're gonna play us. Probably gonna try to play us tough, you know. But I just don't. What about Tennessee? You think Tennessee?
I think that they will be a lot better, and they are dark horse right now for the East.
Real?
They are. A lot of analysts are actually saying the same thing. It just kind of depends on what kind of depth they have and just how good is Hendon Hooker going to be at quarterback. Has their offensive line improved?
So what are they saying about Georgia?
Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett's coming back.
Real? You lying.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. Stetson Bennett ain't going to touch the field this year. I'm going to tell you right now.
We got a question from the audience. Trey, what's your favorite regular season moment / game at Alabama?
Moments, man. Regular, what is it?
Your favorite regular season moment / game at Alabama. I can think about that game against Mississippi State when you wrecked old boy quarterback.
Yeah, Dak.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, Dak, yeah.
And was
Oh my God. You know what, man? I believe that bad injury that Dak Prescott had when he was with Dallas, that actually happened when Trey hit him. They just taped it up and it finally came loose.
Put his own D-Map.
The tape came off.
Yes, that kind of reminds me. We had the conversation earlier about everybody wants Bama until they look across the field and they're there. Mississippi State was that team in 2014, number 1 in the country. All that trash talking, all that barking, and they come rolling up in T-Town. I don't think they were ready for that work we gave them.
Nah, that was. I think there was too much in the media, man, and really eating that up, and wasn't really focused on, the task at hand.
Hey, so Trey, let me ask you this, man. And I mean, this the Bama standard, and I want you to be honest with me. Yeah, we don't hold no punches when we ask questions. So at halftime, did the coaches ever allow y'all to like mess around with girls in the locker room? Because when I was in the Job Corps and I played for them, oh man, see, never mind.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
Answer the question, Trey. Golly, man. Shoot, man.
I wanted to hear what Job Corps you were part of and how I can apply.
Hey, man, this is about Bama players, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, you're a Bama player. You're a player. Yeah.
Going on now, but I can't. Yeah, not when I was there. Only the train.
Being politically correct.
Hey, Justin, let me tell you something about a black man. When a black man hit his chest and say, "I would," that brother lied. Think about it. When OJ did what he did, I didn't do it. R. Kelly, the same thing. I did not do it.
He's fighting for his life, man.
Fight for my life.
Yeah, Kelly with this stuff.
But back to Job Corps, man. I had this big no, man. Don't worry about it.
Now come on, Steve. You can't keep us hanging, man.
No, hey, man.
We don't. We want to know the real Steve Brown, man. We don't like other media shows.
I'm just gonna let you know she was 4'4" both ways. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Did you meet her on Backpage?
No, man.
All right.
Or was that one of your old MySpace account?
Hey, man, all I know, I had to let her go because she was built like a ping pong paddle. Look, yeah, man. See, I'm telling you, she was big up top and small at the bottom. She was built like high blood pressure, 190 over 40.
Man, well, guys, we actually went 0 for 2 with guests tonight. Not sure exactly what happened with our second one, but of course, our first guest, Tim, unfortunately, he couldn't make it because of a family emergency. So we'll have to get him back on to hear exactly how things are going from the A&M perspective. Are they actually going as crazy as the media wants us to believe, or are they just kind of being chill about it? We don't know, but unfortunately, we couldn't hear his side of things. And our second guest couldn't make it either, so we're going to go ahead and start closing things up. Steve, I want you to kind of start things out. First of all, man, tell us how your show in Houston this past weekend went, and also I want you to give out your social media and tell us what's up next for the Cereal Bowl Chronicles.
Yeah, Houston, Texas was phenomenal. They came out to see me, man. I had 4 shows. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday came out. Even some Bama fans came out. So apparently we got fans in Houston watching the Bama Standard. So I'm really proud of that. This weekend, I will be in Kansas City, Improv Friday and Saturday, pre-Father's Day show. Tickets are going fast. Y'all come see me, man. Very funny show. You're going to enjoy it. And you can follow me on social media. Comic Steve Brown on Twitter and Instagram. And my Facebook is All Things Steve Brown. That's my fan page, All Things Steve Brown. And also, you can follow me on Cash App.
How do they find you on Pornhub?
Don't worry about all that. See, there you go, man.
Got to pay for that, huh? You got to.
Yeah,
I'm on
for that.
I'm on page 78 in Marvin book. You get the link. Just look at Marvin.
That's what's up. Stephen M., if you
not
would.
like Marvin. How could you not like Marvin Constant? I'm still mad at that guy, but go ahead. I'm still mad at him.
Yeah, I know. Stephen M. Smith, how can folks get a hold of you? What's your social media? What's up next for In My Own Words tomorrow night?
Well, we're going to have the show tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully we can go live at that 6 time. We've been having some technical crazy stuff, but we will have Nico Johnson on tomorrow. He's agreed to come on. That's gonna be really cool.
Traitor.
He told me he was busy.
Hold up. Didn't Nico he's with
Texas.
Don't have him on, Steve. Don't do it, Steven. He's a traitor.
Okay.
I saw him in the background. He threw a little hooker, man. Did you see that, Steve?
He did.
I didn't do that.
He did. I saw that.
I did not do that.
I wasn't saying Steven was a traitor. I'm saying Nico is a traitor. Don't have him on, man. Don't tell him.
All right.
Say Marvin.
We will pull back that invite in honor of Marvin. We'll pull back.
And Trey, tell him Trey said it too. Trey.
Don't put me in it.
Yeah. Come on, Trey. Man. I can't fight this man. Look at me. I'm built like a push pop. Come on, man.
Anyway, the people can find me touchdownalabama.com. That's touchdownalabama.com, recovering the Crimson Tide. They can find me on Facebook. That's Stephen M. Smith on Facebook, Stephen M. Smith. YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitter is Coaching M. Smith. When I'm not doing shows, I'm actually putting together highlight tapes for these little kids at this high school. So, yeah, that's what we doing.
That's what's up. Hey, another thing, Trey, did you know Steven is about to get married? He's about to have sex. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, he's about to have sex.
I appreciate that, Trey.
Yeah, he's about to have sex. Yeah. Any fans want to give Steven some advice or anything, or what he needs to do or whatever? Marvin,
I'm good, man. I'm good.
He also has asked for tutorials, so if y'all have any links to a how-to video.
Hey, man, Steven don't want y'all to know, but Marvin already gave him a wedding gift. He gave him a bucket of 12 scented oils. I don't know why he did it.
What? Oh, man. Hold on. I actually got to return those to Marvin, too, because they just came in the mail.
Yeah. Hey, man, hey, try that sticky icky. It's really good. I mean, what am I saying?
Change your whole life, man. Your whole life.
Oh,
but Trey, how can folks get a hold of you, man? What you got up next? And pop your business, man. You've been doing some things with your business.
Man, I don't really do social media all like that. I just got back on Facebook, so you could find me on there. Trey DePriest, my name, and I've been I do a landscaping, lawn care service and stuff, and just clean out small jobs. I give you the best line on the block, guaranteed, 100%.
That's what's up. Next week, first of all, we're going to fire the temp service that we're supplying our guests for this week. But next week, on lock, we got Ryan Anderson, another guy who can hit harder than Marvin.
I agree.
Ryan Anderson's going to be on here doing his thing, man. So y'all definitely tune in for that. He is definitely in the conversation. Ryan Anderson.
Oh, man. Okay. I think Ryan Anderson was a 72 on my PlayStation. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, y'all definitely want to be here next week for that. But anyway, guys, great show. Remember, everybody, hit that like button if you hadn't done so already. Follow us on social media at the Bama Standard on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go watch our old episodes on the Justin Riley Network YouTube channel. Yeah, what's up, Steve?
Yeah, you need to give him the address for people who want to send different oils and gifts for Stephen M for his first night. whips, chains, we taking it all.
Oh no, man.
Go first, all that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. As a matter of fact, my first time, my girl beat me with a hot spatula. Try that. So yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, and I'll let Stephen M. Smith, I'll let you read that from Nick Saban Jr. He has a little advice for you. I won't read that on air because I don't know what TDA's guidelines is.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I appreciate it, Nick Saban Jr. Appreciate it.
Hey, nothing but love from the family, man. Down goes Frazier.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe it. Okay, end the show. You know I want you to end the show right now because I took one, and it's kicking in. End the show.
That'll do it for us.